Wilder books a fight to square a feud that doesn't exist and ends up looking like the Roadrunner. Rock'em Sock'em Joe Joyce signs up to thump a former title challenger into submission while Anthony Joshua rolls into the world's most famous arena with a recipe for taco milkshakes. You know, because he's probably going to break Andy Ruiz's jaw. All that and more in this week's Fight Faction Boxing Podcast. So the heavyweight merry-go-round continues. We've got this weekend's big fight with Anthony Joshua and a couple of weeks from now, Tyson Fury. But Deontay Wilder has ruled himself out of being the next opponent for either Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua and signed a deal to fight Ortiz the second time. What do you think of that, Ed?
Well, he's in B&Q's early on and looking at nails.
Right.
I thought, should I buy the long or the short ones? I don't know. That's what the relevance of this fight now, because
what?
Because if you think of it, Ortiz is 1 year older, not 1 year better. That's it, isn't it?
Okay, so what would you rather Wilder do? Jump in against Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua? Do you remember what the last 10 years of the heavyweight division looked like? Because we had one dominant champion.
Yeah, it's good. We'll be a 2-minute at both Klitschko's.
Yeah. Basically one gene pool, but we don't. What's the rush? Deontay Wilder, Ortiz 2. I'm all in fact, because there's a lot happened in that fight. A lot of things happened before the fight that kind of you could say from, if you're on Team Ortiz, didn't make it a fair fight. And I think it's a very interesting rematch, and it's a much better fight right now than seeing him fight Tyson Fury again. I don't want to see a Tyson Fury fight again. We've seen how that's going to play out, and I don't really want to see him against Anthony Joshua just yet.
Yeah, but Ortiz may have slipped because if you think of his result against Quijano, a 9-fight novice and Daniel Dubois, then exactly the same thing. So I don't think
Luis Ortiz is very much, he gives the impression that he's got to be motivated. We'll see a good Luis Ortiz at this fight. We'll see an even better Deontay Wilder. And we get to talk about the heavyweight division a bit more. I'm not worried about it. I think it's I'm glad this fight has happened. I'm glad someone's fighting Luis Ortiz. It's a bit too early to write him off, I think.
Yeah, maybe so. And I think the only thing is, why did he turn down a $7 million payday against Joshua when... Is he really going to make this much money against Wilder? I don't think he is.
Yeah, but this Joshua fight, he had 4 or 5 weeks to get ready for. I mean, he knows he's got one more bite of the cherry. Luis Ortiz.
Also, Eddie Hearn said he can have it next, so they could have made that fight next. At least, leave his options open until after this weekend.
Now, go down the Wilder route. Get the WBC belt. That's more winnable for Luis Ortiz. He's gone in there. He's felt it. He realised even at not 100%, he nearly won the title. So he's obviously got that delusion powering him. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good fight. Very exciting fight. They don't need to fight each other. They don't need to fight each other. Yeah.
I'm not excited.
No. It's this might excite you. Joe Joyce is fighting Brian Jennings.
Oh, that's a good fight. I like the sound of that one.
Yeah, that is going to be on the undercard of the Daniel Dubois and Nathan Gorman card on July 13th at the O2. Which is very interesting. The O2 was a big arena for these heavyweight prospects, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking about going to that as well.
So quite easy to get tickets for. That's Joe Joyce, Brian Jennings. That's going to be a painful night for Brian Jennings. He's too tough to go down early.
He might even outbox Joyce for a bit, but then again, the work rate of Joyce is going to overwhelm him, I think.
Yeah, it's depends on what Jennings is turning up. I mean, he's obviously a capable fighter, and he's only 34, Jennings. So he could still have. He could be a dangerous fight for Joe Joyce. Could be a very dangerous fight, but we've just seen him get knocked out by Oscar Rivas. So we're thinking that this man has passed it because he lost to Klitschko, and he's lost to Luis Ortiz, and he.
Yeah, but also I think Jennings losing to Rivas, who's only about 6'1", you look across the joist and think this guy's like 6'6", and he just doesn't stop punching. So you might mentally quit before it starts. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Jennings hasn't got a high knockout percentage. He only got 14 KOs in his 24 wins. So you got to have serious punching power to keep Joe Joyce from battering who knew. But a really good match. Really good match. On paper, this is amazing matchmaking. This is exactly what Joyce needs at this time in his career. And even if he loses, you can't fault the matchmaking. It's a very good. What I find is interesting is why Dubois and Nathan Gorman are fighting now for.
It's a British title.
I know that, but this surely this is something that can wait.
Yeah, but it is showing the American boxers that they should be doing this as well. There's too many unbeaten sort of fighters in the American ranks, and they should be getting it on. At least get some clarity in the division,
Yeah, but I think that while I think Joe Joyce and Brian Jennings is good matchmaking, I think Daniel Dubois and Nathan Gorman is bad matchmaking. Don't think it needs to happen. Not for a British title. Not for a relatively internationally meaningless title.
But the British title is quite a good belt, isn't it?
Are these two going after each other on social media or something? Is it like when we understood why Dillian White and Anthony Joshua went in together undefeated? We understood that because there was a lot of heat, a lot of talk. I haven't heard these two arguing unless they are they or.
No, I think Gorman said he wants this fight since he turned pro, sort of thing.
But no hype then, is it?
This was just a trade fight, innit? But the thing is, they should have just held off. Maybe one go for the Commonwealth, one for the British, and build it up bigger,
Yeah, it just seems a bit too nothing, nothing.
Yeah. Because if you said like they both had belts like British, European, Commonwealth, and this could be eliminated for the world title, then that'd be a great match, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and if they come from the same sort of area and they've been mouthing each other off since they turned pro, you'd think, yeah, maybe this fight can't be contained any longer. But just to randomly just fight them, make them fight each other, I just think someone's career is going to suffer for an unnecessary loss this early.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if it's because BT is a big sort of station demanding good fights, but if that's the case, then Frank Warren should be signing other people and putting better fights on, shouldn't he?
Yeah, Daniel Dubois could get the same sort of people out there if he fought a lesser name, and a recognizable name. Doesn't need to go in deep against the.
And a promoter's point of view is quite lazy because it's like if BT says, "Oh, we want the big fights," and they give him that fight, then they keep saying we want more big fights. Are they going to put Joyce forward against a winner and all that sort of stuff? And it's basically eliminating the pool of British heavyweights and down to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm all for making them fight undefeated fighters, but not not fellow British rivals. That could be,
yeah.
We could slow cook them.
There's another number of American prospects out there who aren't that sort of good, who could both fight. Both these guys could fight and build up the fight even further, couldn't they?
Yeah, it sounds exciting for us, but on a larger scale, it's a silly matchup.
And you sort of called a couple of fights, well, prospects you said weren't any good with them beating records last week, so why not get them over and give them a bit of pain?
Yeah. So been a kind of a quiet month, a quiet week. We knew that coming into this week, there was all the focus was going to be on Joshua.
Quiet week. I watched about 60 fights.
News-wise, you watched fights where their own family didn't know they were fighting.
Hey, I'll go into that later on, but there's some big promotional companies behind these boxing.
Yeah.
Golden Boy than the Chinese bill.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually, though, doesn't it? Was that on DAZN?
No, it's on free on Ring TV, Facebook, and WBA online.
Oh, so Golden Boy, not all their cards are on DAZN, just the Canelo fights in there. I don't understand.
They actually advertised DAZN on it, but I don't think it was advertised in DAZN. So
no, not Ring TV. When just before he signed up with DAZN, Oscar De La Hoya was saying he was about to turn Ring TV into a pay-per-view platform, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on there, so yeah, good move.
Yeah. I do want to ask about. I know you've covered this on our YouTube channel, But how did Huey Fury look?
He looked good. The opposition was a bit poor, so couldn't really gauge much into that. But he'll have to get some better fights now because. But then he's another guy. He's only 24 and he's still learning. So if he can get his illness out of the way, I think he'll be a bit better than he's been previously. This the skin illness he's got with he has to take medication.
That's really bad looking, isn't it?
And it's making him weak as well. And apparently you have to go on a course of sort of medical steroids, I think, to get rid of that stuff. So that's why he'll have like long periods out the ring. Because these
looking
things.
At a picture of it now. What is it then? Because what are they? They spots or they just bubbles or what the hell is it?
I don't know. It makes him weak as well. So.
Gee whiz.
It's a pretty it's called a debilitating condition.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad as well because he's in the sport where you got to take his top off.
Yeah.
You know, that's got to, I know it sounds stupid, but that's got to play on your mind, doesn't it, you know?
So hopefully he'd come through all that now in the next year or two and be forced again.
Yeah, take 2 years out, tell the authorities what you're going on, they let you stay on it. Just won't be able to compete while you're on it, so. You know, and he's young enough to take a year or two out, and he, you know, get well.
Yeah.
But it was a nice, easy victory. Was in not too much trouble.
No, he was a walkover really. You know, I don't know what sort of opposition the other guy had fought to get 17-0, but he didn't come in great shape either. So it would have been good if he'd at least been in shape.
Yeah.
You know? There you are.
2-round win is good night's work for anyone, really.
You know he's got a middle name, don't you? Lewis.
Huey Lewis Fury.
So I said it's Huey Lewis and the News Fury.
Nice, I like that. and his signature move is power of glove. No, yeah. I don't work. Sorry.
Those love.
Yeah. Right. There's no avoiding it. Big fight this weekend is Anthony Joshua taking on defending his WBO, IBF, WBA heavyweight titles against Andy Ruiz.
Right.
Have you heard people call him the Taco King? This has been very brutal to him. Andy Ruiz.
Have you seen Sausage Party?
Yeah. That's disgusting, that wasn't it?
Yeah, but he said once you go taco, once you have taco, you can't go backo.
Yeah, and then you got Mexicans then on the other side of the fence saying, you know, as Mexicans genetically speaking, that's a good body for a Mexican because they're not built the same way as everybody else, they say. So he's actually...
It's a ridiculous comment, isn't
it? It is. But they were pointing to Mikey Garcia's physique. They said Mikey Garcia, when he went up to junior welterweight, he looked like a smaller version of Andy Ruiz.
No, he didn't.
No.
He had a six-pack.
Andy Ruiz, right? I don't know what it is. Why he I don't know why he looks like that. I mean, if you look through the heavyweight history books, he can't stand in the mirror and envision himself as an all-time heavyweight great when he looks like that.
No, I don't think so.
There is definitely a lack of fitness or a lack of discipline. Regardless of how well he fights, how good he is, when you look like that, you're not fighting at your full potential here.
No.
And for that reason, he's going to get stopped in 2 rounds. No, he's going to get stopped in 2 rounds, 3 rounds maybe, because he's 6'1", short arms, and he's not going to get past Anthony Joshua's jab.
I was going to be more generous and say about 8.
Very bad result if it goes 8 though, isn't it?
Well, not really. He's beaten the distance of Joseph Parker. He's never been stopped. He's
one of the worst fights of the last 10 years. And the heavyweight division is known for bad fights, and that was one of the worst fights.
It wasn't too bad.
Oh, come on, Ed. I was watching it. I tried watching it for this show to get better things, and I was like, oh my God, I can't sit through it. So I skipped a couple of rounds, and I was like, oh, have I even skipped a round? It just looked one blurred into the other.
Yeah, it did. It did.
There's a distinct lack of buzz about this weekend from both sides, isn't it? I mean, at least with Baby Miller, he would have been insulting Joshua's mother. He would have been doing everything, wouldn't he, right now? This doesn't feel like when Nas went to Madison Square Garden for the first time. You know, that was a buzz. This just seems like Anthony Joshua's having a fight this week, and no one knows who is against, but all they know is that if Anthony Joshua don't blast him out, it's a bad performance.
But apparently he's got quite a capacity crowd, hasn't he?
Yeah, but that was already in there anyway, wasn't it?
Why is that?
Well, it's just a heavyweight attraction. It was only 4 years ago that Klitschko fought there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. This is a bigger fight, bigger sort of crowd than Wilder's crowd, apparently. So
yeah, because they're dealing with Matchroom who know how to sell tickets. They know how to locally hit the local areas, and don't forget how many tickets were bought before Miller come out. Miller pulled out, and then you got the Hispanics follow their fighters, so you don't know.
Yeah,
I just doesn't feel. Everyone says about the magic of Madison Square Garden, but our generation is the magic of Vegas. Madison Square Garden wasn't a big fight venue, though, was it? When in the days of the first early days of the casinos.
I think it was all the box in the 50s and all that. All the boxing was around there.
Yeah, the 50s, 60s, and 70s. But if I'm a boxer, I want to headline a casino because I'm getting more money.
Yeah, but obviously it's steeped in history in Madison Square Garden, isn't it? That's the whole point of it. Like it's like the UK. Every boxer should really, if they're a world champion, aspire to fight in the UK because that's where boxing came from. It originated with James Figg, didn't it? So
I don't see the appeal. Madison Square Garden in the last 3 or 4 years has seen a resurgence in its historical value because it was just kind of getting forgotten, and then the UFC made a big deal of fighting it, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Madison Square Garden." But years ago, it was about Vegas. Yeah, our generation, the glitz and glamour generation.
But also Atlantic City as well, isn't it?
Atlantic City, I love that.
Nitty gritty in the nitty gritty in Atlantic City.
Yeah, that was a good venue. That was a big fight field, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I see what you mean. Those two sort of casino-based things are going to be more popular than MSG now. So
yeah, I just find it weird that these fighters like Anthony Joshua are saying, "Yeah, I'd love to fight in that Madison Square Garden," but it doesn't hold the same historical value for them because they weren't brought up on it being a big venue.
Yeah.
I'm looking at someone's taken a photo of Andy Ruiz on ESPN, and they've taken it on a diagonal from underneath his belly. He looks terrible. He's like a snot.
Does that mean he was Andy Ruiz just straddling him or something?
What was that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's terrible. You shouldn't laugh at people's physiques, but if you're a paid athlete, you should be representing yourself a little bit better than that. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, what's his chances? What's Andy Ruiz got to do to beat Anthony Joshua?
He's got to get inside and then stay inside and have a work rate, but I don't know if he can do either. But he's got good skills on the inside. But the only thing is, I think he'll get some success like that. But then Anthony Joshua's uppercut comes into play. I think he'll start taking those big punches and then he'll go out.
Can Ruiz punch hard enough to get, to...
Yeah, I think he can. He stopped that Dimitrenko. He stopped some big guys, hasn't he? But I don't think Josh... I think Josh will be at the top of his game here.
Yeah, you look at Joshua's evolution of his jab over the last couple of fights.
Yeah.
I can't see how Ruiz... Yeah, he might be the best inside fighter in the heavyweight division, but I don't mean nothing if you're not getting inside.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a bad performance. Okay, at what point does it become a bad... What round is it instantly a bad performance for Joshua?
Anything after 8, and if he goes to points, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. He can't pull in a Parker performance. He can't play it safe. He's got to be looking to destroy. And I think to take the shine away from Wilder, it's got to be within 3 rounds.
Yeah.
To kind of be on par with what Wilder did, we'd accept 6 rounds, and then anything after that, it's looking bad then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't see anything in Ruiz that's really gonna, give Joshua too much to worry about. I never thought I'd say this, but I really miss Big Baby Miller. I'd be excited this week. It'd feel like a big fight weekend.
Yeah, you need sort of a B side, not a C side, don't you, for this?
Yeah, you need someone who's just gonna shout from the rafters what he's gonna do and how he's gonna do it. And we all knew he was under Joshua's skin. He definitely was.
Yeah. And what's weird is Joe Joyce said he would have took this fight. Can you
Shut up.
imagine? Yeah,
Did
he
he?
would have. Yeah, he said he would have. And they chose obviously Ruiz because I don't know why, but perhaps they don't want two Brits fighting in MSG. But that guy would give it his all, wouldn't he?
Yeah. That would be an interesting, hard to pick fight, I think. Probably easy to pick in hindsight. You look back and think, yeah, Joshua would have probably, you know what I mean? But it's an interesting matchup that would have been. Oh, good. So at least he's thrown his name in. He's thrown his name in the general orbit of Anthony Joshua. So we should start hearing more talk about that. Because who's gonna? So if Wilder's fighting Ortiz, the rumor is Fury's fighting White if he gets past Swartz.
I can't see that happening.
Apparently, it's a done and done deal, isn't it? So
Who said that?
It was on some sort of website, and let's say that's happening, right? Who's next for Joshua?
I've seen a guy by here now, might be up the street. Alexander Frank, he's 16-0-1, and he's fighting for the UBO heavyweight title on the weekend.
It's a belt Joshua haven't got, so
so
I would think.
I don't know, he's only 5'11", mind.
Perfect. I think if Takam and Usyk had fought, that would have probably been Joshua's next fight. Now White is going after Fury, if that's true. We don't know if that's true, but it sounds like it's true.
Yeah, I can't see RM or anybody risking that fight.
Well, I can't see ESPN allowing anything less. They've let him off with this Swords. They let him do this Swords thing.
But don't forget now, there's a BT thing involved here, isn't there? So I think White's contracted to Sky as well.
According to White, he's got control of his next fight.
He can have whatever fight he wants, but Sky are broadcasting.
Be interesting. Be very interesting because
yeah,
that's the beauty of the current heavyweight division. It's not like who would win; it's who's going to fight who next. It's amazing. Another year of this, and then we're ready. We're ready for the first of the big square offs to happen. But I'm enjoying this. The guessing who the so and so is going to. It's proper soap opera.
But the only thing is, with Wilder signing this fight with Ortiz so quickly, that without waiting for Joshua to get his result, that's like showing it's plain duck in there, innit?
It does look. It's a bad look, innit?
Yeah.
That is a very interestingly bad look to not even give it a week.
Because if he announced it afterwards, you could say, oh, well, fair enough, he might have wanted more money and he's gone. But by signing before the result, that does show us that I'm running away as fast as I can. He fight somebody else quick.
Yeah, it does. It looks really bad. And then Deontay Wilder justified it by saying, I want to erase any controversy from my career, suggesting that his win over Ortiz was in any way controversial that needs rematching.
That's a load of nonsense. He'd be fighting Harold Sconias next.
Yeah.
So Sconias dropped him, didn't he? So...
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It does. Now you put it like that, it looks very clearly that Wilder is running. Because not even to... Yeah, not even to... He knows he can't talk to Joshua till after this weekend.
And also, because Joshua said he wants to meet up with Wilder face-to-face for a talk about the fight in the future, but that won't happen because you've got the likes of his handlers probably wouldn't even let Joshua in the same building as Wilder. Because I'm sure he's under sort of control, but what I don't understand Wilder is, they say they got Al Heyman as advisor on this, but why have you got Shelley Finkel and Al Heyman? Why do you need two people as advisors? You should have one advisor and save the money.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know exactly what the dynamic is there. Because someone's making bad choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made him look like a bit of a coward this time. I agree with that. So going down the card, we're on about Callum Smith next, and for a guy who won the World Boxing Series Super Series, right? You'd think his first fight after winning such a prestigious tournament, it wouldn't be an undercard with a last-minute opponent.
No, it'd be a proper.
It's disgusting. Yeah. It'd be a hometown thing, returning hero against, maybe a domestic rival. I think it's disgraceful management.
That's Eddie Hearn. I think what it is, he's wanting to pull a couple of good fighters onto this card because of the pullout of Baby Miller. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
probably what it is. Yeah.
I understand that. But Callum Smith should have a bit more value in himself and say, I am a ring. He is the ring champion, isn't he?
Yeah.
I am the number one super middleweight on this planet. You don't set me up with a TBA. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
you put 8 weeks of promotion behind my next fight, and I want to know 8 weeks out who my opponent's going to be. You don't treat me like this. You chuck me in against a blown up middleweight.
Yes, that's right.
Really bad management. Because I would have thought, yeah, you'd see Callum Smith. Is he Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, you'd think that fill out. Not perhaps he's not going to too much to ask for Anfield, but there's stadiums there. You could send him into Manchester MEN or something like that. Get him in a nice homecoming. This is.
And yeah, and the thing is with the Smith brothers, they could all fight on the undercard apart from obviously the ones retired. You got Stephen Smith and you got Liam Smith.
You can't tell me they wouldn't get 12, 13,000 people and make an event out of it.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
to have him a week out from his fight and not have an opponent, that's disrespectful. I can't see Dam doing anything other than surviving against Callum Smith. I mean, Dam's been down a fair few times. So I can't see any chance of an upset. But still, I think that's
Yeah, it's a tough one.
mm,
So, have you looked at the rest of the schedule?
yes,
Chris Algieri fighting Tommy Coyle.
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely a pick and fight. That is.
I'm excited for that fight.
Undisputed female championship at lightweight.
That's
All the belts on the line there. So
very interesting, isn't it? Again, could this have been a fight in Ireland and a main event?
yeah, possibly an Ireland.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if I'm fourth on the card. I mean, she might be chief. She won't be chief support. That's got to be Callum Smith, isn't it? So buried, an undisputed title fight, and it's buried.
Yeah.
Interesting matchmaking on the next one. So.
Mind you, it's women's boxing there, so I don't. It's not like
it's got an audience somewhere, and the audience isn't Madison Square Garden on the undercard of an heavyweight fight. It's like Christy. This is like Don King, Christy Martin. You're just bringing it out. She deserves her own night for such a big fight. I guess she deserves her own night to go. And in her own.
I don't think women's boxing sells on its own. Like if you I've talked to, because if you look at all the sports we've been competing now with football, the crowds are very sparse.
Well, I understand that, but Katie Taylor could fill a 4,000 arena.
Possibly, but not 4,000 maps, but not like if you had an all-female fight card, there's not many people, not many men would probably want to go and pay it.
Oh God, no! We and it's not our fault that we don't want to do that. We like seeing men fight, and yet people thrust women's fight onto. We're not into boxing as a sport. We're into men's boxing, aren't we?
Yeah, but also the women's sports. Like I've said this before, if I give £100. From American's point of view, $200 to your wife or your partner, chances are, if you said, do you want to go and watch an all-female fight, Bill, or women's football, or do you want to dress and a night out, they'd pick the dress and the night out and the perfume every time, wouldn't they?
Well, I don't know, that sounds sexist.
No, but if you ask your partner, use £100, do you want to go and see the Katie Taylor fight?
Oh, my partner's a degenerate gambler. She'd be straight down the bookies. She would.
Well, there you are.
She hasn't had that bet in her life.
So the priority wouldn't be to go and see these to support other women's sports, would it?
You know what? That's a good argument, right? Because it seems like the onus is on the men to promote and support the women's side of this sport, and if we don't, we are seen as not progressive or sexist. But I didn't get into boxing to watch women fight. I got into boxing to see men fight because I identify with men. I'm always annoyed that I got to suffer through a female boxing fight because I didn't sign up for that, and yet I'm seen as a bigot or small-minded person that to say that I don't want to watch women fight each other. I don't think it's wrong. It's just that I don't like watching women fight. I prefer the company in my social time. I prefer the company of men. I prefer seeing men fight. But we
Yeah,
got
that's
to
right.
do a Katie Taylor fight. That's why I say give her own card. Don't sandwich it in between a group of men fighting,
Mm.
and then call us bigots because we don't enjoy it. Yeah, it's a bit of a rant.
Yeah. So you got Josh Kelly fighting Ray Robinson.
Yeah,
Looks a good one as well.
that's the ghost of Ray Robinson as well. It's Madison Square Garden.
Not even that. I've seen him fight.
Yeah, Josh
Just,
Kelly's interesting. He's the
you
one who.
know, if you were a name like Ray Robinson, you'd be training like a beast, shouldn't you? Should be. To think I got to try and do something to not be sort of a bad Ray Robinson, like
You know, he's
He's not a bad fighter though. I've seen him.
well, Josh Kelly is our version of Lomachenko, really, isn't he?
Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah,
This
he's a very interesting fighter.
because this Ray Robinson, he had a draw with top ranks rising welterweight prospect. I think we went through it before. Kavaliskas or
All right.
Kavaliauskas. And it was a draw. That was he should have probably won that fight, but he was an hard fight to score anyway. But he's also been in with Jordanis Ugas, got stopped in 7 rounds, who I thought beat Sean Porter. So if he gets him out of there in around about 7 rounds, that's a great result.
Mm.
Yeah, this guy's lost to Sean Porter on points as well, and he's lost to another guy called Brad Solomon. So yeah, we're expecting a Kelly win here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a step up, isn't it? Well, no, I suppose it's not, is it? It's probably not
Do
a
you know
step
what?
up.
I was looking at the wrong thing, and I was trying to see who's who else on the undercard, and I came across the name Michael Katsidis. Then I realised it's looking like Tommy Coyle's record. Oops. Another oops.
Michael Katsidis. Oh, he fought Tommy Kyle.
Yeah.
How long ago since I thought he retired ages ago.
Oh, this fight was ages ago. Was it to look? Yeah, he fought him in 2014.
2014.
Stopped him in 2 rounds. Good result.
Wow, I thought Michael Katsidis hadn't. Yeah, last decade I thought he was. Oh, Michael Katsidis.
Yeah,
Still fight. Oh, okay. Not a bad result then. Any win over any version of Michael Katsidis will be a good result.
Yeah, so on the undercard also got Joshua Biatsu with TBA and Austin Williams versus Cordia Jenkins. I haven't seen those guys, but Joshua Biatsu is a British champion now, isn't he? So still be put on a showcase.
Joshua Buatto. Yeah. Yeah, they keep popping him up. I'm thinking, is that the one who was on the undercard of... Can't think. I've seen this guy fight a few times, haven't I?
Yeah, I think he's on the undercard of Chisora and White.
Yeah, he seems like a lazy fighter, and then he just explodes. Is that the one? Very relaxed attitude, relaxed sort of like... yeah, interesting. Who's he fighting? TBA. Oh, it's a tough fight.
TBA, the most active boxer in history.
Yeah. He wins some, he loses some.
Looking at, so are we done with the Joshua Bill, or are you going to cover some more stuff?
No, there's nothing much to cover. We've expressed our disgust that females fighting each other. No, we didn't. No, I got nothing else. What do you want to talk about?
Well, on the same weekend,
Mm-mm.
what's perplexed me now? I'm thinking this is MTK Global signed a deal with Top Rank for ESPN. So I'm thinking this bill in Cardiff, Wales, it says USA ESPN. There's no British TV coverage on it, so it's got to be the internet. It's got to be on YouTube, I would have thought, in this country. MTK Global, and there's a number of good fighters on the undercard on the card itself.
Is Jacob Robinson Steve Robinson's son?
Yeah.
Is that him? Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But there's a guy on the undercard called Sultan Zorbek.
Yeah.
6-0, and they reckon he's one to watch. I haven't seen him yet. I think I did see his last fight, but what was that, 1 round? No, KO5 that was against that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen that one. But yeah, this guy is one to look out for apparently. And if you look on BoxRec, he's already got this fight penciled in. Then another fight penciled in for a few days later, like a month later.
Oh yeah, he's got two. He's in two places. Where the hell's our flag? Bayes Arena, Barres Arena,
Oh, he's
New Sultan.
Kazakhstan. He's Kazakhstan guy. He is.
Yeah, looking at his wiki page, it doesn't say anything about an amateur career.
I think he must have an amateur career. I think.
There's a 22-0 undefeated welterweight called Yankos Turarov on the undercard there.
All right, I haven't seen him either.
No, right, 22-0. Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Oh, this must be that card that full of Triple G's fighters.
Is it?
Yeah, because he's got to deal with the zone and all that sort of stuff, isn't he? And he's got a lot of fighters from Kazakhstan. So I wondered if this is because
if he's a manager, you mean?
Yeah, because
the manager agent says Nelson Lopez for that guy.
Did you hear what Triple G said this week, talking about Canelo? Keeps banging on about Canelo, and he said Canelo hasn't changed. Yeah, but Canelo's fought twice since you last fought, mate.
Yeah.
You know, you literally haven't changed. You haven't done nothing. It's a bitch about it. You're coming off as a bad loser. Shut your mouth, focus, and aim for that rematch. Don't go slagging off a guy who stayed active and fought a really tough fighter.
This guy you said about the Zangosh
Turarov.
Yeah, click on his manager. I just had a shock.
What's so interesting? Zangosh Turarov, Nelson Lopez. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Big chap, isn't he? Nelson Lopez. Yeah. Born in Florida.
Florida, yeah, he got a boxing record as well. And he's 1-0, undefeated.
Fought
4 years ago. 1-0, he says.
Go on.
Yeah.
He's very proud of that moment, you can tell.
Yeah. Active boxers. Who's he got? He got a few boxers. No one that we really heard about anyway.
Yeah, so this card now has got Jay Harris. We'll go for the European flyweight title against Angel Moreno. And that's going to be a good contest.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that at the top there.
This Moreno's gone for the flyweight title before at European level. Lost to Charlie Edwards. And he's lost to Thomas Mason. And also, he's gone in for a WBA Continental Flyweight title against Artem Dalakian. Lost on points again. So, you got a wealth of experience, and this is the type of guy our sort of guy needs to beat to sort of get in the world top 10, I suppose.
And he's Welsh, is he, JRS?
Yeah. I only seen him at the start of his career, but I haven't seen him for a while. So,
a couple of minor.
The Brett Feeder fight. I've seen that one, and lost money. So yeah, not bad.
There's a couple of minor titles on the line. The Welsh area super lightweight title. I love this name, Kieran Gethin. It's a really cool Welsh name, isn't it? And WBO European lightweight titles on the line tomorrow on Saturday as well. Also
on the there's another card on this Saturday, 1st of June.
Devin Alexander's fighting in this weekend.
Possibly. This card being Central Hall, Southampton, and the one is a headliner called Joe Pigford. Well, he used to be a Frank Warren fighter, and he's a bit of a puncher. And the only thing was he had about a year off. When you watched him fight before, he took a lot of shots, like the lightweight guy who fought Pacquiao, Brandon Rios.
Oh, right.
And I don't know if they're taking them out of the game for a year or two to get more defensively minded. So I hope that's the case, because I don't know why he's no longer with Frank Warren with an undefeated record. Unless Frank was squeamish. So I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But I'm hoping he's improved. I don't know if we'll get to see that sort of him fight again on terrestrial TV for a while, but I'd like to see him make big strides, yeah.
There's no massive fights on that card, though, is it? You know, they'd all the rest are small records. I was looking down the line and I thought I was looking at Jack Hitler with Jack Hillier.
Well, it could be worse. I was doing a polling station job and I mispronounced somebody's name as Ian Brady. Ian Bradley it was.
What it was? Has there ever, in the last 60 odd years, has there has a Hitler ever done anything of note?
Hmm.
There's got to be Hitler still out there, innit? There's got to be a surname that's popular somewhere.
I think he killed that and him dead.
One guy. Jesus. Yeah, but Devin Alexander is still mulling about the welterweight division, and he's back in action over in California on Saturday night.
15-fight card, USA's Fox Sports 1.
Yeah. What a pointless card.
It's not bad.
I mean, Devin Alexander, a tremendous crash fall from grace he's had, hasn't he?
He's fighting even Red Cack, yeah, and he's been pretty good.
2
not
wins
brilliant.
in his last 7 fights.
Yeah, but he's good fighters, only. That's
yeah, no, you can't, but still, I mean, I thought Devin Alexander was going to be
still
big.
A dodgy fight, yeah.
Boring card that is on it, there's this people.
Hugo Santino Jr. Versus Willie Monroe. It's not a bad fight. It's not brilliant. I think this guy, he did lost to Charlo in KO2, but I think he was injured as well going into the fight, which was a bit crazy. I don't know what happened, because I can't remember that far back. He had an injury in the fight, and I don't know if it was his arm or something, but he got stopped. But everybody was saying, why did he take the fight if that was the case? But obviously he needed the money, probably. Marlon Tapales used to be a bantamweight champion. I don't think he's lost since.
I don't think anyone's going to watch this card, are they? To be honest, it's just one of those cards that Fox feel obliged to deliver.
Yeah, when you got Anthony Joshua's fight on there, they try to pull a fast one here. But there are good fights. There's a lot of undefeated fighters on there, and I think there are some decent fights there. If it was like a midweek bill, you'd watch it. But it's a weekend sort of thing. It's a bit.
I wonder if they expecting the hardcores that are in for a night of boxing. They might get a couple flicking through a boring undercard and land on a channel just to get them to the main event of the Joshua card.
Probably, not everybody's got the zone either, they.
No, but it's definitely counter programming, isn't it? And I think could get some extra viewers. ESPN. That's not ESPN, Fox. Pretty much that's the whole weekend covered, isn't it? You got stuff
Shane Mosley Jr. Boxing. Yeah, he's not made it really to prosy, but he's 13-3 now.
But you want to talk? You got some stuff going up on YouTube now, no? So if you want to explain that.
Yeah, last weekend's Huey Fury fight and the undercard. And Devin Haney's fight on DAZN and Sky Sports. That's been covered. And I've got one more video going up tonight now, which is going to be the 3 cards. Well, 2 more cards in the US, which we didn't have in the UK. That's ESPN, which is Top Ranks, Masayuki Ito versus Jamel Herring, and the PBC boxing with Austin Trout versus Terrell Gausha.
Right.
So that's going up.
Well, before we sign off, I'm going to run through the undercard all the way to the main event of the Joshua fight, and we're going to give out predictions. And we're going to start off with Josh Kelly and Ray Robinson. What's the round? What's the method?
I think he stops Ray Robinson late. I think it's going to be about 9 rounds.
To Josh Kelly, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm totally ignorant on Ray Robinson's abilities, so I'm going to go for Josh Kelly points victory. Right. So we then jump over to Katie Taylor, Delphine Pearson. Who walks away with the 4 belts?
That's a tough one. I'll just go with Katie Taylor on points.
Yeah. Reasoning?
2-minute rounds.
Yeah, well, obviously... I seen an interview with Delphine Pearson this weekend, and she said if it was 3 rounds, I wouldn't stand a chance.
She said that?
Yeah, I wouldn't stand a chance, and I'm hoping that my extra fitness and my experience will pay dividends in towards the end. But I thought, do you realize you're fighting 10 2-minute rounds? Katie Taylor can sustain a pace for 10 2-minute rounds. She's not even a full-time fighter, this Pearson ain't. She's 43-1. She's a police officer back in Belgium.
No.
So for those reasons, I'm going to say Katie Taylor sweeps all the belts, and it's going to be a decision.
Yeah.
Now,
Points.
what could be the most fun fight of the night? Chris Algieri versus Tommy Coyle. Who wins and why?
Well, I don't know. I'll go with Algieri because he's been with better boxers. Like, I know Coyle's beaten Katsidius in 2 rounds, but at least, he's been a distance with, Pacquiao. So, for that reason, I'm going to pick, what's his name? Chris Algieri. Yeah, I'm going to pick him on points.
I'm going for a late round stoppage in favour of Tommy Coyle, purely because I heard the guy being interviewed this week. He's so excited to be in Madison Square Garden. You wouldn't think he was having a fight. He was saying how much he knows the odds are stacked against it, but come on, he's fighting in America. He's going to give it his best chance, and I just there's a certain delusion about him, which I think is going to carry over to the fight, and he's going to end up with a win.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Callum Smith, Hassan, and Dam. Who wins?
Ooh, late round stoppage for Smith. I think Endam might be outboxing Smith for the first, probably possibly half of the fight. But I think he'll get worn down. He's been down a few times in his career, so I think I don't see Smith not taking him out at some stage.
Yeah, I see a very cruel beatdown of a much smaller man by a much bigger man. So I think 6, 7, 8, or 9, Callum Smith should have either forced the corner to pull him out, or the ref will have seen enough.
Yeah, good point. I think
It'll be a huge size difference on the night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz JR.
Joshua to get a stoppage in the late rounds. I think he'll have punched the fight out of Ruiz after the halfway mark, and he'll stop him with some big hooks. 8 rounds.
The fight won't go longer than 9 minutes. That's my prediction. Joshua will have him out within the first 3 rounds.
That's a big, bold prediction, eh?
It's the only one, you think of marketing, it's the only one the marketing team can work with. So he's very aware of his value, very aware of what he's got to do. He's fighting a guy who's 5-6 inches shorter than him, giving up natural, heavy sort of stock weight. He's going to plow through him, take a round to feel him out, and then just take him out of there. And he knows that's the only result that's acceptable in order to get the pendulum swinging back his way after what Wilder did.
So you're saying there's no taco and tequila parties for Ruiz afterwards? There might be.
Oh, yeah, it might be. He's still going to be $4-5 million dollars richer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Don't be surprised if he's eating a taco on the way to the ring. He's just having a party night. Yeah, so that's is that us covered for today's episode?
Yes, pretty much so.
It's a shame I'm not watching the fight with you, because we could have done a pod straight afterwards.
I'm going to a reggae festival, but I might actually come back. But then again, I'll have to pay for the event, won't I? So
yeah, I'm not going to be watching the Champions League final, so I'm watching that up here. Me and Aiden live about an hour apart, nearly. So
who's playing?
What do you mean? Liverpool Spurs Champions League final?
Oh, right, okay. I don't have time to watch football, do I?
No, you haven't. To be fair, you haven't. You're like Marvel's the Watcher character, but for boxing.
And next week's going to be good as well, so that's going to be a good batch of fights to cover for next week.
What's happening next week?
Oh,
there's
plenty of internet-free VIP boxing going on.
Jesus
Christ. No, actually, Oscar Valdez will be out. Golovkin. There's quite a few decent cards. Not the mag,
So there's a big UFC event next weekend.
Yeah.
Didn't know about any boxing happening. I think you're thinking the 15th, no?
No, the 8th is Triple G.
Oh. I tell you what, right? If you're American and you subscribe to DAZN, you've probably saved about £300 in pay-per-views.
Yeah, I agree with that.
In the last couple of months, because they've had the Canelo Jacobs fight, they got a Triple G, they got the heavyweight title fight. Again, really good value for money, aren't they? We're getting screwed.
But you know what? What's silly about that is Sky have got to deal with Eddie Hearn. And have you noticed when Sky now is showing these cards, the zone is plastered everywhere on the advertising, so they're already building a presence in the UK thanks to Sky. So
Yeah, Sky.
when they finally launch,
Yeah, Sky are actually helping their main rival take
yeah,
them over from within, aren't they?
yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
I'd
So
love to have this zone. I'd love to be able to watch all these fights.
2021 now, when the zone sort of think, oh, we'll put some, package together in the UK. I think Sky will have, we just advertised them for free for the last
Yeah, it's
3
dumb.
years.
It's very dumb. It's so stupid. It's a hell of a double cross coming, isn't it?
Yeah. Watch your space.
Yeah, that's a good call, that is. Right, so thank you for listening, guys. That's it. Is the rest of this week, Ed?
Yeah.
Is it?
Have a good week and stay healthy.
Thanks, guys.